Good sir, I am never late for dining in the great feast hall. When dinner's called under candlelight, I hasten to my seat. It's not that I am horribly assuming that the meal will be a treat, but the first things on the table may be all I have to eat. The bread and cheese are laid out on the slate, and butter, sweet honey mixed with green leaf herbs are straight. I'll tuck into them greedily and pile them on my plate, for then there'll be no room and they'll believe me when I state I'm sure the next remove's not on my diet. I see that I can identify it. I'll pass on all the slimy stuff and anything with peas. Just give me bread and butter and cheese. There must have been a special on salty rish, or why, by God, would it be in every dish? They've cooked enough for armies, you can take all that you wish, but how much can you eat of boiled snake snouts and pickled fish? I never knew that you could do that with a turnip. To eat it must be such a shameful crime. There's something green that's floating in a creamy milky pool of slime. My lord, I beg of you, please pass the tiny basket with the bread here one more time. I'm sure the next remove's not on my diet. I see that I can identify it. I'll pass on all the slimy stuff and anything with peas. Just give me bread and butter and cheese. The rancid boar meat's more period, it helps keep down the fleas. The red wine is truly divine, but the coffee is as brown as brine. What about the tea? Oh look, the priest is chugging down the ghee. The mad cook went over his coin on the blue peacock. That's why we're getting black lumpy gruel with every course. They say the candied herring is the best, yet brother, I prefer the silver filigree. Chocolate I suggest, soaked in meat authentic, I'll take fourths. This roasted squash is not half bad, it needs to be had. The farmer says 'tis fine, the gold ale keg, but where's the prince's horse's leg? I don't know how those pumpkins got that shade of purple. I shall not begin to guess what's in the blackberry pies. The fish head stew is fine, though I dare to lie. But did they need to leave the eyes? And will our waivers cover us when everybody dies? I'm sure the next remove's not on my diet. I see that I can identify it. I'll pass on all the slimy stuff and anything with peas. Just give me bread and butter and cheese. Oh, just take the sheep's head right back to the kitchen, will you please? A suckling pig is only raw in places. I presume a bite of cabbage wouldn't hurt. They say it's more nutritious if you don't wash off the dirt. At least the next remove is safe. How can they destroy dessert? There's something frittered best not look too closely, and sugared eggplant jiggling in the heat. The pie looks just like cherry, but it's made with nasty beet. Just pass the honey butter and I'll have my something sweet. The sheep's head right back to the kitchen, will you please? And sugared eggplant jiggling in the heat. The pie looks just like cherry, but it's made with nasty beet. Just pass the honey butter and I'll have my something sweet. And if I ever win the crown, you see, I shall not return to the Commonwealth green. But till then, just pass the butter, let the cooks moan and mutter, and bring me bread and butter and cheese. I'm sure the next remove's not on my diet. I see that I can identify it. I'll pass on all the slimy stuff and anything with peas. Just give me bread and butter and cheese. And if I ever win the crown, you see, I shall not return to the Commonwealth green. But till then, just pass the butter, let the cooks moan and mutter, and bring me bread and butter and cheese.